Hey, good morning and welcome to the Monday edition of the program. This is the Tom Barfield Show. Glad to have you with us as we roll along here on a Monday morning, the start of a brand new week and a brand new day. Glad to have you with us. And let me be the first to say, I hope, may the 4th be with you.
Oh, man.
Sorry. I had to get it done and get it off the plate. This is Lark Smith. Good morning, Lark. How are you?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm good. Are you a Star Wars guy?
Only because my kids liked it and watched it. I can take it or leave it.
I know people may start throwing things at their listening and video devices, but I don't know that I've ever seen a Star Wars movie. I've seen bits and pieces, but I don't know that I've ever actually sat down and watched start to finish a Star Wars movie.
I think the very last Star Wars movie they put out, I actually was in San Antonio and went to the IMAX and watched it on IMAX, where I was sitting there ducking starfighters.
Well, again, I'm not real clear what IMAX is. So
you get out a lot, do you?
No. I mean, if they got an IMAX at a ballpark, I do.
I understand.
Or a football stadium or an arena or something like that. I mean, but I don't. I mean, I'm busy. Got things to do.
Places to go.
People
to exchange.
Yeah, exactly.
All that kind of good stuff.
So anyway, we welcome you in. Hope you had a great weekend. A lot of stuff going on over the weekend, and we'll get to it all, or try to get to it all anyway, here on the program. Also on the show today, Keith Moreland. Keith's an interesting guy. Most people would love to have one successful career. He's had multiple successful careers. Yeah. He was a big time. Now, when I say big time, I mean big time college baseball player. Played college football.
He's in the College Baseball Hall of Fame.
He's in the College Baseball Hall of Fame. We'll get to all of his accolades in a minute. All decade team. There's then after playing baseball, he said, you know what? I think I can talk about this. And now he's not only with the Longhorn Network and the Longhorn radio broadcast, but he's with ESPN, and he's going to be in Surprise, Arizona, in a few weeks to do the Big 12 baseball tournament. We want to talk to him about that. So we'll have Keith on the program.
Like to have some confident voices there to be able to listen to while I watch the games.
Well, you'll have it with Keith. I mean, you couldn't listen to me. I mean, I'm not sure why you wouldn't want to do that.
I hear you for an hour a day, 5 days a week.
All right.
Enough.
I got you. Jeff Wilson from DLLS Sports is going to be on the program. He covers the Texas Rangers. They got beat last night, 7-1. Jack Leiter was good, though. My goodness, was he good. We'll talk to him a little bit about that and what's going on with the Rangers, a couple of games under 500. So we got a good show for you. We're going to get to all the high school stuff from the weekend, get you up to speed on who's moving on, who they're playing, where they're playing, how they're playing, all that kind of stuff. We'll do that a little later on. I want to say thanks to our friends at Toe King, sponsor of the show. They're our presenting sponsor. And when we first started this, when this was just kind of coming together, Gary Hoffman and his team said, yeah, we're in. We're in. What do we got to do? And man, I appreciate those guys so much. Gary and his team, look, they're a wonderful company. They do a terrific job, but they also pour back into this community, just like 99% of the people that are part of this program do. I mean, it really is cool. But hey, if you need some assistance, some roadside assistance, it's available for you with Toe King, 254-666-5484. I'm not going to tell you to write that number down. I've told you 9 million times. You got to listen. 254-666-5484 is the phone number. And it's 24-hour roadside assistance, locally owned, family run and operated, and they do a terrific job. It is Toe King. So there you go. Did we mention Mary Hardin Baylor's golf team?
We have not mentioned that yet.
Our good friend Jordan Cox is the coach of the UMHB golf team. They played their conference tournament this weekend.
Did they win?
Up at White Bluff.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Did they win? They won by 68 strokes.
Wow.
Who does that? UMHB.
Yeah.
Mary Hardin Baylor, the Crusaders.
Yeah.
Way to go, crew.
Yeah.
A 68. I mean, George slept well all weekend, didn't he? I mean, he wasn't worried about, well, what are we going to do here? We're not chipping and putting very well. I mean, no. I mean, he got it done. Yeah. So that's good stuff. So congratulations to Jordan Cox and the UMHB golf team. We mentioned the Rangers lost yesterday, 7-1. They're now in second place. It was a 4-run seventh inning. Most of the damage done on little flares, Lark. I mean, just little lob shots out into the outfield.
Yeah, they lost 2 out of 3 to Detroit. They won the first game on Friday, but
they can't score. They can't score. 1 run yesterday.
Yeah, that seems to be a running theme with the Rangers.
Yeah, and I want to know what's going on with this offense and look. Jeff is a really good baseball man, and I want to know what his opinion is of this offense and what this offense could potentially be. That's really my question. We're still early in the Major League Baseball season. Got a long way to go.
Absolutely.
But what can this offense be? What is the potential of this offense? And that's kind of what I want to talk about a little bit with Jeff today. I think pitching, they're in great shape. I mean, the bullpen's good. Now, they're not going to overwhelm you with 99-mile-an-hour gas.
No.
But they get people out. You know, what is it? Soft contact, pitch to soft contact, and that's kind of what they do.
Yeah.
I think they got a guy that's kind of weaving his way through the traffic there as the closer, and that's Jacob Latz. He's right now, I think he's kind of the guy. We'll get some clarification from Jeff on that.
I just don't want to see Robert Garcia out there ever again.
Well, let Jeff know that, and he'll pass it on to –
just every time I see him go to the mound, it's like he carries a can of gasoline with him.
Well, maybe Jeff can get to Schumacher and let him know that Lark says, hey, never again do I want to see the guy with the gas can. So we'll talk to him about that. Maybe he can get us a Corey Bradford update. Yeah. I think that would be a nice piece to get back.
That would definitely help.
I want to know what's going on with Wyatt Langford.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the 10-day DL. But I think he's with the club. I'm not positive, but I think he did travel with them. So we'll see what's going on. So we got a lot of Ranger questions that we'll get to. And I also want to know what's going on with the American League. Would it be safe to say that the Blue Jays and the Yankees have separated themselves from everybody else? That everybody else is just kind of mediocre? And the Yankees and the Blue Jays have separated themselves?
What I've seen, just a headline, it seems like those American League teams that are playing National League teams aren't doing very well.
No, but the National League is doing quite nicely. Thank you very much.
I think the Braves have the best record of everybody.
Well, go look at the National League Central. It's a terrific division.
Yeah.
Terrific division. I mean, it is competitive from top to bottom. The West has got good people. San Diego and the Dodgers is going to be a great race right now, it looks like.
Yeah.
So
it was last year until the very end.
I just don't understand why the American League is just kind of floundering.
You'd think they would be better, but then again, we got designated hitter in both leagues now, so it doesn't matter.
There's no difference. There's not a lick of difference between the AL and the NL, other than the NL's better.
Yeah, maybe Keith can give us some insight on that.
Well, and we'll talk to Jeff about that as well. Yeah. So let's see. What else do we need to touch base on? Oh, I don't know if you saw this, but our buddy, regular appearance on the show. Okay, once. Braxton Ashcraft from Robinson. Brilliant last night.
Absolutely.
Or yesterday afternoon, actually. Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati 1-0. 1-0.
Just get him 1 run. He'll get the job done.
That's all he needed yesterday.
Yeah. Give me one, guys.
He went 7 2/3, gave up no runs on 4 hits, punched out 6 and walked 2. I mean,
nice outing.
That's you'll take that
quality start nowadays. Absolutely.
Well, you get 5, it's a quality start. You'll take that every single day of the week. 7 2/3 and no run baseball. 4 hits. Really never was in any trouble. Man, that's phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Good stuff. Way to go, Braxton. And then finally, we talk about Baylor and Big 12 baseball. They took 2 from the Red Raiders on Saturday. Ended up playing a doubleheader Saturday. Couldn't play Friday because of inclement weather. That's debatable.
Wet field.
That's debatable.
Wet field.
That's debatable.
Okay.
In fact, Mitch said that Mayo could have played.
Kind of like that trip to Oklahoma City or Oklahoma State we had that one year.
Now, that field was wet. That field was an ocean. I mean,
with nobody doing anything about it.
No, they didn't want to do anything about it. They didn't want to play. Anyway, but no, we probably could have played Friday. Anyway, we played doubleheader Saturday, and the Bears take game one, a complete game from Lucas Davenport. He was terrific.
He's nails.
Yep, he's the guy. And then I had to hang on for dear life. The bullpen about gave it away on in the nightcap. You had a 10-2 lead, end up winning 10-9. Sunday, you got a 3-1 lead. They get a 2-run homer to tie the game late to make it 3-3, and then
went crazy in the ninth.
Well, yeah, in the ninth inning, they score 5 off the bullpen, and so the bullpen's having some issues. I mean, let's just be honest. And right now, the Bears are 10-12 in Big 12 conference play. And if you go back to the TCU series where you had a 4-0 lead in the game and didn't hang on, and then yesterday you didn't hang on, it's 11-13, I think is what they're 11-13. Just flip that. Add 2 wins to their conference win streak or their winning side, and take 2 off the loss side, and man, you got a pretty good thing going right there as you charge into the last 2 weekends of the season. You got UCF this weekend, then you go out to Utah and close it off out there. So we'll get into that a little bit later on. All right, we're going to get a break, and when we come back, we are going to talk to our buddy Keith Moreland. We're going to do that here on the program. We are brought to you in part by Waco Body Men. That's 116 Mary Street. And look, they've got a outstanding hydrotherapy room, which features a sauna, a polar shower, and the hottest hot tub around. And they got a sauna that's just unbelievable. So, I mean, they've got it going on for you at Waco Body Men. It's about better living. It's about longevity, better living, and they can take great care of you at Waco Body Men. Don't take it from me. Go ask Thomas and the gang over at Waco Body Men. You can check them out at wacobodymen.com or call them up and say, hey, I want to take a tour. They'll give you a tour. I've taken a tour. It's over 7,000 square feet of space there, and it's really a phenomenal place. It's Waco Body Men. So thanks to Todd Behringer and to Thomas Winslow and all the team at Waco Body Men for sponsoring the program. We'll take the break, and we're coming right back with more in just a moment.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
Looking for insurance that truly fits your life? At Barfield Show Insurance Group, we make it simple. Whether it's auto, home, life, or business insurance, we represent a wide range of top-rated companies, so you get the coverage you need at the price you'll love. Our mission? Delivering the highest quality protection at the lowest possible cost without cutting corners. Call Barfield Show Insurance Group today at 469-579-4982 for your free quote. Barfield Show Insurance Group, coverage you can count on at a price you deserve.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Is your roof ready for the next Texas storm? Don't wait for a small leak to become a big problem. Call JK Roofing of Waco. Whether you need roof repair, a full replacement, or a professional inspection, JK Roofing has quality workmanship and dependable service you can count on. Locally owned and committed to protecting Central Texas homes and businesses. Call JK Roofing today for your free estimate and get the job done right the first time. Call JK Roofing 254-744-2211. JK Roofing of Waco. Strong roofs, honest work, and peace of mind.
All right, welcome back to the program. Man, we are excited to have Keith Moreland with us here today. Now, let's see. College Baseball Hall of Fame, 3-time participant in Omaha, 1 in 75, played football 72 and 73. All-decade team in the College World Series in the 70s. Names on the stadium at Dish Falk Field. Hang on, I'm not done. 85 Longhorn Hall of Honor. Magnificent Major League Baseball career. And he's my friend. Keith Moreland, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Hey, I love technology. I'm sitting listening to all your opening, and everything's working great. It's my time to come on. Nothing like technology. I didn't know where everybody was. I was trying to look around. I said, "What? Did Lark cut me off?" I couldn't figure out what happened.
You doing okay today?
I'm hanging in there. It's that time of the year. We get to May. I had my head down. I know y'all were in break and head down, just look at the standings in the Big 12. I had been paying attention, but just to see where everything is. A lot of things happening in y'all's conference, just like the one that I cover most of the time in the SEC. It is got tops and bottoms and middle very close together.
Keith, there were 3 complete games in the Big 12 this weekend. In a day and time where we hope to get 5 innings out of a starter. 3 complete games is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But we're seeing some more of the guys go forward who now you're not worried about going to 118, 116, 115 pitches once you get into May, because guys are in their 8th to 12th start. Somewhere along the line, we're seeing guys getting deeper in pitch counts, and if they're successful, if you give them deeper in pitch counts, they're going to further the games. Now, Texas only has 1 complete game, and that was a 7-inning run rule game. In the SEC, I think there have been 11 this season for all 14 teams that play baseball in the SEC, or 16 teams that play baseball in the SEC.
Visiting with Keith Moreland, and Keith, you're going to be in Surprise in a few weeks to work the Big 12 tournament. I know that you cover the Longhorns and you cover the SEC pretty extensively. What are your thoughts on the Big 12? And let's begin with the Kansas Jayhawks. What a great story that is.
Oh, Dan Fitzgerald's done a fantastic job, and they're putting themselves in position to be in a spot where they can compete for an overall national. They're going to be a national seed in the sense that they're going to host a regional, but they're working their way into being at home at that wonderful ballpark you and I both spent time in over the years, all the way through to the College World Series. If they can win games at home, they have played well. I think looking at it, just starting to really take a look at them, they're pretty balanced. They can do things offensively. They're pitching pretty well, and they're catching the ball. They're doing things that you need to do. I mean, when you have 20, you're 20-4, I believe, and Big 12 play, that's impressive, because I know the ballparks that they go to. I mean, obviously, being a guy that was they called a lot of games out the Big 12. It's not easy to go win in Manhattan. It's not easy to win in Waco. It's not easy to win in Lubbock. It's not easy to win in Stillwater. And now you add in the 2 Arizona schools, which anytime you make a transition in time zone, it's always tough to play.
Keith, we're having a little audio issue here this morning. We're going to take a break. Maybe let's see if we can't reconnect with you and maybe hit that link again. But we're just having a little technical issue. So we're going to get a quick break, come right back and see if we can't connect with you and get a little better audio connection with you. Visiting with Keith Moreland. Right back with more in just a moment.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Is your roof ready for the next Texas storm? Don't wait for a small leak to become a big problem. Call JK Roofing of Waco. Whether you need roof repair, a full replacement, or a professional inspection, JK Roofing has quality workmanship and dependable service you can count on. Locally owned and committed to protecting Central Texas homes and businesses. Call JK Roofing today for your free estimate and get the job done right the first time. Call JK Roofing 254-744-2211. JK Roofing of Waco. Strong roofs, honest work, and peace of mind.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org. Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
All right, you're back with us, and we are brought to you in part by Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers, 18th and Herring, open Monday through Friday, 10 to 4:30, Saturday, 10 until 2. And we are visiting with Keith Moreland. And Keith, we were talking about the Kansas Jayhawks, and this is a team that's just on a tear. They've won 10 in a row, 21 of their last 22. What do they need to do, in your estimation, to be a top 8 team? Honestly, I think they're deserving now to have a record of 20-4 in this conference. It's pretty impressive.
Oh, it is, and I think they're right there. I think they need to finish out. They don't need to win the Big 12 tournament, but if they finish out this month of May, obviously there's 2 conference series for everybody across the country in conference play. If they win both of those series, and then they're going to get a bye to the third day of the Big 12 tournament. So I think they're a team that's quite deserving. Mike Rooney's a good friend, and he's one of the best prognosticators that I've been around for a while. And I was talking with Mike this morning, and first thing he said to me is, "Tell me about Kansas." I said, "Well, I haven't had an opportunity to see him, but I'm going to tell you, when you look at their credentials, it's good enough to be a top 8 national seed." I don't know that the committee will feel that way, but boy, everything sets up for them to move into that spot unless just the month of May does not go well for them.
We were talking about Kansas the other day, and I basically said I don't know. They haven't been traditionally they haven't been good in the past. They may not be good in the future, but they're certainly good this year. And your resume is pretty impressive. Let's move to the Bears. I want to talk about Baylor with you for just a minute. This is a team that's been kind of up and down, and there are a couple of games under 500. They're 3 or 4 games over 500 for the year. Is there a path in your mind with just 6 conference games left to get to an NCAA tournament bid minus winning the conference tournament?
You know, I unfortunately, you know how Mitch is a great friend. I think they put themselves in position if they were 13-11 instead of 11-13 in conference right now. I think they would probably in a little better situation. Obviously, you're going to play a really good team in Central Florida. That you know, for me is one of those teams that's in the field right now, but on the bubble. I mean, could be on the bubble if you go find a way to win 3 games against that particular club, which is a tall task to ask. You put yourself back in it. I think much like this weekend, TCU going to Oklahoma State. I thought that was a really important weekend for TCU. I think it did not go well. I think sitting on the outside looking in now. So, you know, I think the month of May always changes. There's no question, Tom, you and I have done games together. We've seen it. We've been around this league for an awful long time. There's a lot of things that change the month of May. You may think somebody's on the outside looking in because the committee looks at those last 10 ball games. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously it's RPI first. That is by far the most important factor. And the second thing is, how are you playing coming in to the selection committee on that, you know, Saturday night or Sunday morning when they're looking at championship games across the country and all the different leagues. And then the last thing that's out there, people want to hear that there are bid stealers. I mean, last year, Houston Christian stole a bid, I mean, by winning the Southland. So they're, especially in some of these major conferences, if they're going to get one team, they're one bid leagues, and if somebody does something spectacular in a tournament, then you look up and you go, uh-oh, that might have sealed the deal for somebody that's on the outside trying to get.
When you look at the SEC, obviously Texas is having a terrific year, 35-10, 15-8 in the conference. Just your overall impressions of the conference. It's always good, but this year I just keep looking at LSU and going, what the heck happened?
I don't, and everybody else, because there's nobody can really put a pinpoint of what's taking place in Baton Rouge. I think the other one for me, now they're starting to play good ball now, are the Arkansas Razorbacks. I mean, when I saw them on paper at the beginning, I thought this was one of the best teams in the country, and now they're starting to right their ship. They're just now above 500 in conference play. LSU is, you know, obviously they swept South Carolina, it's been a struggle for South Carolina all season long, much like it has for the Missouri Tigers. And then you look at this weekend, the Volunteers who have been on the bubble, so to speak, back and forth whether they're in or out. They have a tough weekend against Kentucky. They do salvage a game on Sunday to win one game of that series. But you look at the top part of it, the top 5 teams in the conference. Obviously, Georgia has pulled themselves away. It's going to be very difficult for anybody in the SEC to catch Georgia. They have a 2.5-game lead over Texas and Texas A&M, who, by the way, might be one of the best offensive teams in America, is Texas A&M. And then you got Auburn, who is a very solid baseball team. You know, so it's just half a game behind Texas and half a game behind Texas A&M. So you look at those top 4 or 5, they've sort of separated themselves in the SEC. And then you have everybody in the middle. It's either 12-10 or 10-12 or 11-11, 12-12. So there's a herd of about 8 schools or 9 schools that are all right there together. And all those schools are not going to make the field. So you look at that scenario. Used to say that 500, you played 5 baseball in the SEC, you were guaranteed a spot into the NCAAs. And I still think that's true. But if you're 4 under in the SEC, that doesn't guarantee you a spot.
Keith Moreland, I appreciate your time as always, and I'll see you in Surprise, Arizona, buddy.
Absolutely. I can't wait to get there. I would say this: take sunscreen and short sleeve shirts.
yeah. But it's a dry heat, Keith. It's a dry heat.
Trust me, I trained out there. It's hot.
Okay. Hey, we didn't even get into your MLB career. I mean, we'll have to do that another time.
We'll do that another time.
Hey, appreciate it, buddy. Thanks. Have a great day. See you. I love him. I love Keith Moreland. We've done some ball games together. We've had a lot of fun together. Let's talk a little bit about JK Roofs. Thanks to Jace and Katie Embry for sponsoring the program. It's jkroofs.com. You can call them at 254-744-2211. Whether it's a traditional shingle roof or whether it's a metal roof, they can do it all for you, from repair to installation to just giving you a quote. They can take great care of you. Jason, Katie Embry, it's jkroofs.com. Again, 254-744-2211. We'll catch up on the Rangers. We've got Jeff Wilson from DLLS Sports. That's next. Since 1996, Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers at 18th and Herring has been serving Waco's best burger. There's nothing better than a delicious burger cooked just the way you like it, with garden fresh toppings on a buttered bun. Add tots, fries, curly fries, or onion rings for a perfect meal. So what are you waiting on? How about Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers today? Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers. And don't forget to ask about Double R's catering.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Shopping for insurance shouldn't feel like a guessing game or a root canal. At Barfield Show Insurance Group, we make it easy and maybe even a little fun. Need auto, home, life, or business insurance? We've got you covered. Literally. We work with multiple top-rated companies to find the right fit for you so you get great coverage at a price that won't make you wince. Because our goal is simple. The highest quality insurance at lowest price possible. Call Barfield Show Insurance Group today at 469-579-4982 for your free quote. Better coverage, better rates, better call them.
Family owned and operated, Jasper's Barbecue is serving up Texas-style barbecue meats and sandwiches and all the fixins. Enjoy mouth-watering brisket, ribs, pulled pork, and don't forget the potato salad and barbecue beans. Located in Waco on Elm Street, right off of I-35, open Tuesday through Saturday 10 until 2 or until the food runs out. Stop by today and enjoy the best barbecue around. Voted one of the best barbecue joints by Texas Monthly. That's Jasper's Barbecue in Waco. You won't leave hungry.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycats mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Welcome back into the program. This is the Tom Barfield Show. We are presented by Tow King, and we're joined now by Jeff Wilson from DLLS Sports. And I'll be honest, no one covers the Rangers better than Jeff. And Jeff, thank you for your time. Good morning. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. I got a quick Keith Moreland story for you. I was 10 years old. The Cubs had just won the East, and so it was spring training in '85. And my family made the trek from Denver to Arizona. And I remember we would get there early to get autographs, and Keith Moreland was coming, and he was wearing a sports jacket, and there's a big crowd. And I had, a pen or a Sharpie. And he went, hey, watch out for my jacket. So that's my Keith Moreland story.
I don't know. Do you know him well?
I don't know him at all. That's my
No,
only interaction with him ever. And I was 10, and there's no way he remembers it. But it was a big crowd of people, and the
Right.
Cubs were 84. They were right after 84. They were a hot ticket, man.
Yep. He is as good as it gets. He's as humble. I mean, he didn't even want to talk about his big. He and I have done a lot of college baseball together. In fact, one of my favorite series, we did Texas and LSU in Baton Rouge one weekend, and he and I had a big time. So he's a lot of fun. Last night, got beat 7-1. Kind of got away from him there in the 4-run seventh. But talk about Jack Leiter. Wow, was he good last night?
Yeah, perfect through 4, striking guys out, just overpowering. All of his stuff was there. And then, he walk. Okay, that's all right. But then he left a pitch over the middle and got hit for a 2-run homer. And it was kind of downhill after that. It wasn't really all his fault. There were some plays that weren't made behind him, but probably some pitches he wants back. The double play that wasn't made behind him with Jake Berger. It was a 3-1 pitch. I'm sure he wanted to be ahead in the count, and that pitch caught more plate than I'm sure he wanted it to. Wasn't a screamer, but it was about 95. That rates as a hard hit. And that guy can run, Perez. So you can never assume the double play, Tom, as we know in baseball scoring. So it was unfortunate, but it was good stuff. And that's what you get with Jack. Sometimes you get great stuff, and then sometimes you'll get a walk and a 2-run homer. So he's still a young guy, still trying to put it together, but you see what he can do. And that stuff is it's when he's on, it's as good as anybody.
Talk to me about the pen a little bit. Is Latz kind of weaving his way through the traffic, so to speak, into that closer's role?
Yeah, it looks like it right now. And it was interesting. We were talking to Skip Schumacher about it recently, and he said, there aren't a lot of left-handers that are in this position, and there are a lot of baseball people that don't have the stomach for a left-handed closer. But Latz is a little different, I think, because he has started. He knows how to navigate a lineup. He throws 4 different pitches, and when you look at the guys in the bullpen, he's one of their hardest throwers. So if you like velocity in the ninth, then your choice is Jacob Junis or Tyler Alexander or Cole Winn. Latz has the better velocity, and he probably has the 2 best off-speed pitches there too. So right now he's the guy. I mean, he's not obviously a name you'd ever think of. He was trying to win a rotation spot in spring training. So, but he's done so well this to start the season, which hats off to him. He didn't let losing the rotation spot stick with him or have an effect on him. He swallowed it and went out and helped his team. So he's doing great, and I think it's fantastic. He's 30. He's not young. He had you speak of LSU. You talked about LSU there. He was at LSU and was injured. This big kid out of Illinois, a big prep star. Had a real interesting college career. Transferred to Kent State, but apparently was ineligible, so he never even pitched his last year in college. But the Rangers still took him in the 5th round. So his major league debut was as a COVID emergency player. So it's an interesting story. It's a good story, and you hope he keeps it up.
Jeff, where's this club offensively? But more importantly, what can this offense be at the end of the year?
Yeah, I don't know. They made a bunch of changes in the offseason, right? We know who's not here anymore, and we know who took their place. And it's still, runs scored right now. They're 28th out of the 30 teams in baseball. They struggle at home, and I think that's the thing. You play half your games, you play 81 times there. You've got to be a good home team if you're going to make the playoffs, and they need to figure that out. And they thought it was, they got to grind out at bats and all of that stuff. Well, it's hard to grind out at bats when pitchers are throwing strikes, and I just don't think that the Rangers have many people in the lineup that opposing pitchers fear. Corey Seager, yes, and Corey Seager is gonna be fine. He's cold right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of Corey's career trajectory. He starts off slow and then gets hot. Probably we're probably about a week from when he starts to turn it on. He had a decent series in Detroit, but you see Josh Young, and he's doing great. He had to be better. Jake Berger's been hot and cold. He's cold right now. Jock Peterson, they were stuck with him. They had to find a place for him. He at least gets on base a little bit. It's just, it's frustrating to watch. But the biggest thing is they have to figure out. I know they're on the road right now, but they got to figure out the offense at home. It's almost like Skip Schumacher has two different teams he's managing, one for at home and one for on the road. But right now, they scored 2 runs the last 2 games. That's not going to win you anything. So they got to figure it out all around.
Josh Smith did get a couple of hits last night.
Yeah.
And that's a positive.
Well, he had 2 hits Saturday as well. So,
yeah.
He got a couple mental days off, and you hope that those things do good. And I can point to several instances where, guys have gotten a mental break as seems to be the vogue term right now. It used to be unplug, whatever it is. Give them some time off. Let them watch a ball game. Let them work where there's no pressure in the cage. Get some extra attention maybe, and just kind of let everything slow down. He had two pitch clock violations as a hitter. It's rare when a hitter gets 1 pitch clock violation in a career maybe. And now it was 2 in basically 3 nights. So you could tell something was wrong between the ears. So he got some time off. But yeah, he needs to be better. He's replacing Marcus Semien. And there are options behind him too. So maybe he's looking over his shoulder a little bit. I don't know, but it needs to be better. So hopefully the last 2 days are improvement or a sign of things to come.
When you look at where they are right now, how much of it is the schedule they're playing? I mean, they're coming out of the box with a pretty hot and heavy schedule. And again, they're in New York after going to Detroit.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not easy right now.
No, and the A's are a better club. They're first place. Rangers have had to play them twice. You kind of look around. The Pirates are above 500. The NL Central, everybody's above 500.
Mm-hmm.
The Reds are a good team. So the Reds came in here and swept the Rangers in the first home series of the season. They've played the Dodgers. So you're right. Yankees, they got the Yankees now. So Detroit is second place. They avoided Skubal and Framber, but still ended up not playing that well. But this is a tough schedule, and it was the first 40 games. A lot of people were saying that. I tend to think it's the first 2 months. They're on the road a lot, and the World Cup is coming to Jerry World across the street. So even in June and July, they have some extended road trips. So it's interesting the way the schedule has been made up. But if they can survive, and again, they're 2 games under 500 right now,
Mm-hmm.
playing teams. If you look at the cumulative 1-loss record of the teams they've played, above 500. So the Rangers are kind of surviving. You look at the offensive problems, and you're like, is it the opposing pitching? And you can say it kind of is. I mean, Max Fried and Cam Schlittler, who pitched the first 2 games for the Yankees last week, are terrific. The Reds, they won that series. They threw Chase Burns. Holy smokes. How's that guy not going to win a Cy Young in his career? This is it's tough right now for sure. But I guess if you're looking for a silver lining here, Tom, it's that they're around 500. The division's bad. So they're still kind of in it.
And I'm curious about the entire American League, minus the Yankees and the Blue Jays. What do you got?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. Like the Red Sox are dreadful. They're dealing with injuries. There's just a lot of, I don't want to say it's parity because you look at the National League, and the National League is just better. It's mediocrity.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest here. And will it get better? You hope so. But right now, if I'm a betting man, I'm going to put some money on the National League. But it is kind of crazy. And then you see, like, even the Cardinals are good, right? The Cardinals were supposed to be rebuilding this year, and they're a nice story. They're a good team. Tampa Bay's okay. I don't think teams expected that. Orioles are dealing with a bunch of injuries. The Guardians are the Guardians. The Astros are, it's a nightmare with them, with their injuries and their pitching staff. The Mariners are, I think they might be feeling the effects of playing until mid to late October a little bit. Cal Raleigh's mysteriously missed a few games because of some soreness. There are just some things that are happening in the American League this year that are don't add up. They just don't add up.
Let's talk a minute about Wyatt Langford. Are you concerned?
I try to look at it in a bunch of different ways. You've got you look at the number of IL stints. It's 5 and 2 years, and but then you look at the games played, and he still managed to play 134 games each year. That's 83% of games played in 162. So that's not terrible. I thought, they're giving him the extended break now. Why wouldn't they do that the first time? That's my question. After all of this, why let the setback happen? Why not give him the time on the front end of it? And Wyatt is a tough kid, and yeah, he's had some quad stuff, some oblique stuff. He comes back when he's not 100% and plays through it and gives you great results. 2020 in your second year as a major leaguer is pretty good. I think that's what Bobby Witt might have done. So you're thinking, okay, it's here, but the injury's so weird. It's in the forearm, and unfortunately, it's the right forearm. So it's also going to affect his throwing possibly. But you get out of the way early. You give him the time down, the right amount this time, not to where he's saying, "Oh, it feels fine," to where he says, "Oh no, it feels good." Let that take its course and then see what happens. But I know people are saying he's injury prone, and you can look at it and be like, well, it might be hard to argue, but he's still a young player, and let's say he plays 10 years in the majors, and the next 7 seasons he's on the IL twice. Well, is he injury prone? I don't know. And another thing, he never played in the minors, right? He played like 20 games. These guys in the minor leagues, they learn how to deal with injuries and get hurt, and maybe they get their injuries out of the way before they get to the majors. So there's just a lot of play here. But for somebody that the Rangers were counting on to be a guy, it sucks that he's not on the field for them.
Final thought for you. Get us an update on Corey Bradford. Where is he in his route back to the Rangers?
Yeah, Cody had I don't know, I guess it was a setback. He had a rehab outing and pitched okay, but the elbow didn't respond, and then they shut him down, no throw, and it was still tight. He is probably the most grounded 20-something I've ever met. He did get a little frustrated. He was a little frustrated, but he quickly changed his outlook on it. He always finds the positive or the best route. He's rooted in his faith, and so that helps him out. But I believe he's throwing again, light throwing. It's just going to take a little longer this time, unfortunately, for the former Baylor guy. What was he, the pitcher of the year and as a sophomore, and then he had not the Tommy John, but the thoracic outlet in 23. Good kid, and it's just going to take a little longer is all.
All right, let's talk about DLLS Sports. I watched the podcast the other day. First of all, tell our viewers when they can watch your podcast. I thought it was great stuff, by the way.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we have a YouTube channel, and youtube.com @DLLS_sports. Not just me. It's not just baseball. We're actually covering all 4 sports. It's guys like if you've been around for a while, it's reporters it's podcasters who've been on the radio who
Drop some names for us. Drop some names.
Yeah, all right. Clarence Hill covers the Cowboys. He's covered the Cowboys for 30 years. I've known him half my life.
Yeah.
And then you got Jeff Kavanaugh, who's on the Cowboys. Kevin Gray, who's been a guy around the Mavs for a long time. We have Mark Stein on Stein, the national NBA reporter. So we're legit. And we haven't gone bankrupt, so that's always good for a startup. We're about 2 years in too, Tom. You know how this business is. It ain't easy anymore.
No.
And so we're pumping out. We're covering the 4 major sports and having a good time doing it. And the best thing is we don't chase clicks. Like, you will never see a story that says you won't believe what varmint showed up at Wrigley Field Tuesday night. You'll never see that at DLS. We're news, all right?
Yeah.
So alldls.com. You'll thank me later. It's good stuff.
And talk a little bit about how they can subscribe there, right? I mean, this is
it is subscription, right? Most of our stuff's behind the paywall. The podcasts are all free. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday, usually talking to Rangers for an hour. We had Jay Clatts on the other day, so we get guests. I know some people, so it's good stuff.
You've done this once or twice, right?
A few times. This stuff still feels new, but the writing the stories, I got that down.
Hey, I know we've made the transition from 40-something years in radio over to doing this, and yeah, that camera right there is kind of a different animal.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird, Tom.
It is. Jeff, thanks. I appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy. Thanks.
No problem, Phil. Appreciate you.
You bet. Have a great day. Jeff Wilson, DLLS Sports. Have you looked at that site, Lark? If you haven't, you need to. I mean, because you eat, breathe, sleep, and digest baseball.
Yes, I do.
24/7, 365. I know you work football and basketball, but you got to
do that. You're going to be in Texas.
Yeah, and you're going to look at baseball while you're doing it. You got to look at this site. It really, really is a tremendous site. And Jeff and his team on the baseball side, anyway. I look at the Ranger stuff from Jeff, because you can, like right now I'm doing baseball with Baylor, excuse me. And so I miss some of the Ranger stuff. I mean, I can't be in two places at one time. I love the Rangers. I've always been a Ranger fan, always will be. But when I'm doing 55, 56 college baseball games and then doing this show, sometimes I don't get to, I'll miss a couple of days worth of information on what's going on. I'll miss a score. And so I'm able to go back and look at DLLS Sports and kind of get right back in the loop of where the ball club is and what's going on there. So, and again, it's a tremendous site. It's good stuff.
Absolutely.
All right. As we roll along here on this Monday morning, and a great start to the week, Lark, you got to get us up to date on all of our high school stuff. I know we got some tremendous series that are coming up in both baseball, and the softball is moved into round 3. So we're kind of separating the haves and the have-nots on the softball side.
Yeah, we got a few less teams to talk about on the softball side. We still got 6A Division I Midway playing. They are going up against Bridgeland next. They're going to start Thursday, 6 o'clock at A&M Consolidated, that 3-game series. Lake Belton is still playing. They get Walnut Grove in 5A Division I. Division I. Division II of 5A. Belton's still playing. Their next round opponent is Hallsville. 4A Division II, Robinson continues on. They'll get Liberty sometime later this week. They have not announced that yet that I'm aware of. 3A Division I, Troy and Franklin still have to play one more game to decide that area round championship. They're going to play at A&M Consolidated this evening at 6 o'clock to decide who moves on. In 2A Division I, Bosqueville and Alvord will tangle this week in the regional semifinals. Don't have a time or place for that. We'll probably have it tomorrow. Great series going on at Waco ISD. 2:45 this afternoon. They'll finish off between Axtell and Moody. Whoever wins that game gets Honeygrove next. 2A Division II, you got Crawford taking on Munster. They're going to start that series in Cleburne Wednesday at 6 o'clock. And in 1A, Abbott and Strawn is the next round opponent for the Abbott Panthers. That's also to be announced as far as when and where they play. Baseball area round playoffs. Midway, they're going to take on Rockwall. We just found out this morning they're going to play that at the Railroader Stadium, the Depot. Up in Cleburne. They'll start that 3-game series Thursday at 7 o'clock. 5A Division I, Lake Belton taking on Dallas W.T. White. They're going to play in Glen Rose, starting that series Thursday at 6 o'clock. Do not know. I believe China Springs is going to be playing Navasota. I have not gotten the final as to the Navasota series, but I think Navasota is going to be their next opponent, and don't know when or where that is yet. We'll hope to have that by tomorrow. Gatesville's moving on to play Belleville in 4A Division II. Robinson gets either Freeman or Giddings. Those two teams are playing today to decide who gets Robinson the next round. Troy and Academy will play Wednesday at Temple Junior College at 6 o'clock, the first game of their area round. That's in 3A Division I. 3A Division I also. Groesbeck taking on Grandview. Not sure where that's going to happen. Hopefully we'll have that by tomorrow. 3A Division II, West and Rogers will meet up. Not sure exactly where. 2A Division I, this is going to be at Donnybrook. Bosqueville and Axtell. They're going to play in Riesel. They're going to start Thursday at 7:30. You can get your tickets now. Then Rio Vista taking on Hamilton. They'll be in Clifton Friday at 5 o'clock for a doubleheader. They're going to maybe get that one over in one day, depending on if somebody can win both games. Crawford is taking on either Mart or Frost. Mart and Frost are playing this evening at 6 o'clock at Waco's Veterans Field for the right to take on Crawford in the next round. Valley Mills will get Dawson in the next round. And in 1A, Abbott and Oglesby will start their series with a doubleheader on Thursday at 5 o'clock at West. And Live Oak is also alive in the TAPS Division 4. They're going to take on Conroe Covenant Tuesday at 7 o'clock at College Station High School.
All right.
That's what's going on high school.
Couple of quick notes. Robinson baseball will take on Katie Freeman.
Okay.
That is done. And it will be Thursday night at 7, Friday night at 7, and Saturday at 2 o'clock if necessary. And I'm almost certain.
Where are they playing?
They're going to play in Navasota.
Okay.
And I'm almost certain that Robinson softball will also be playing their series in Navasota Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I'll have to double check that for you.
All right.
And but I know baseball is going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Are you familiar with Katie Freeman?
I am not.
It's a new school. They're 4A, and someone told me that they're almost guaranteed that next realignment they're 6A. That's the growth pattern.
Wow,
that's the growth pattern
from 4A to 6A in one fell swoop.
And I'm like, okay, wasn't Lake Belton on that kind of that same trajectory?
Yeah.
I mean, where they just shot up attendance wise,
kind of like some of those schools up in Prosper, like Walnut Grove.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. So there you go. All right, good stuff. Way to stay on top of that for us, Lark. We're going to take a break right here. We'll come back with a look at what's going on the program tomorrow. And we want to let you know that we are brought to you in part by Barfield and Sal Insurance Group. And look, if you're looking for auto, home, life, or business insurance, give them a call. Let them give you a quote. They're an independent agency, and that's what I like about them. Because they're independent, they can shop with several different carriers, several different companies to get you the very best quality at the lowest possible price. And who doesn't want that in today's time? So give them a call. They've got that one simple goal: quality insurance, best possible price. And it's 469-579-4982, 469-579-4982. We take the break. We look ahead to tomorrow's program. We do it next. Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatments, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
All right, you're back with us on the program here for a Monday. It's been a lot of fun, man. We've had a lot of good stuff. We need to talk some college softball and baseball, and Baylor softball will open the Big 12 tournament on Thursday, so keep that in mind. We'll give you some more details coming up on that a little later on.
Hey, they took one out of three from Texas Tech.
Absolutely. And you know what? Really should have won the Thursday night game. Tech had to come from behind, I believe, to win the Thursday night game. Now, the Saturday game was all Texas Tech.
Yeah.
But Friday they won, and Thursday they had a chance to win. So, I mean, they played pretty darn well, all things considered, when you're on the road playing that team.
Yeah.
So anyway, and they will. I think they open with Tech on Thursday. So you know what? What do they say, Lark? Where there's a great challenge, there's a great opportunity.
Yeah. And if you're going to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, JUCO, get us up to speed. There's a lot of moving parts with the junior college baseball and softball.
Yeah. Junior college baseball. The regular season is complete. It's time now for the Region 5 tournament. And McLennan is going to be part of that. They're going out to Odessa to play a best of 3 against Odessa. Grayson is the team that won Region 5 North, so they'll be hosting Howard in the first round. They finished 4th in West. Hill College will be going out to Midland. Hill finished up 4th, so they're taking on number 1 Midland. Temple got knocked out of the event because they got swept by Weatherford. Weatherford's going to finish 2nd, and they get New Mexico Military in the first round. All that are best of 3 series. All of them start on Thursday. Some of them going to start at 1 o'clock. Some of them start at 6 o'clock. But the thing is, you need to win those 3. Then you go to the quote super regional, where you have a 4-team double elimination event.
I like that a lot better, because I thought when everybody came together, and if you got in the loser's bracket, if you just, had a bump in the road and got in that loser's bracket, it was so stinking difficult to come back through. I like the 2 out of 3 format. You played that, you played a 4-game series. So you basically have played that way all year long. So this is a lot more conducive to finding the best teams to go to.
And, well, wait till they get to 2028. I'm told, I haven't seen this in print anywhere, but I'm told that junior college Division I is going to go to a 28-team nationwide playoff, just like Division I does with the 64 teams. It's going to be 28 teams.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Again, you're still going to have to win a couple of games.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if a team like McLennan may end up having to go to play Chipola in Florida in the first round.
Boy, there's some travel, right? And some hotel and some meal money. Yeah,
all that kind of good stuff.
It's kind of like basketball, putting in 176 teams. No, 76, sorry.
Well, it
feels like 176.
Yeah, I think it will be eventually.
Yeah, so I think everybody ought to get a participation ribbon and get their money from NIL and just, never mind. Okay.
JUCO softball has one more week before they get into the playoff.
And that's perplexing to me.
I don't understand why.
Normally it's the other way around.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Tomorrow we'll have Bryce Cherry from the Waco Trib. We'll get caught up on everything going on around here from the sports editor's desk. Kind of like saying that, from the desk of Bryce Cherry.
There you go.
We'll do that, and then Steve Sylvester. Boy, I'm telling you what, this may be. The Trojans may have if they don't have the best chance to get to Austin or to Round Rock, they're one of the 2 or 3 teams in Central Texas that do. They are terrific. And we'll have him on the program. Steve Sebesta, head baseball coach over at Troy. And we'll talk to him on the program tomorrow. So that's tomorrow. Be with us. 10 o'clock live, or anytime you want to watch it, you can go back and watch it, or you can listen. Anywhere you get your I like saying that. Anywhere you get your podcast. Apple, Spotify. What are some of the other ones, you know?
You're a pod person. I don't know. You're part of the pod people now.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So that's tomorrow's show. We're going to get out of here, and we appreciate you being with us. Again, thanks to Toe King for presenting the program to us for us today. And we'll do this again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. right here on the Tom Barfield Show.